Hi everyone, welcome to a Stamping to Share video. My name is Kate Kalthoff and today I'm going to share with you a card that was inspired by our drive up to Duluth, Minnesota yesterday. The colors were so beautiful and so I came home all ready to make a fall card, and this is what I came up with. It's a really quick and easy fall card, and you'll notice we're using some of the new wooden elements in the holiday catalog, and we're using a die cut. That makes really fast cards. And then just a quick sentiment from For All Things. The For All Things stamp set looks like this, and it's beautiful. I could have used some of these to accent the inside of the card, but since I had so many die pieces left over, I went ahead and used die pieces. So the only stamp I'm actually using is the Hello Fall, and I use markers to color it. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to create this card. The first thing that you're going to need is some crumb cake cardstock. I have this cut at 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and then I've scored it at 5 1/2. And then to save some time, I went ahead and I already put the Mossy I put down the Mossy Meadow in color paper on the front panel of my card. This green panel, Mossy Meadow, is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and I just went ahead and glued that down with some multi-purpose liquid glue. And then the next thing that I did is I took a piece of Color Me Autumn Designer Series paper, except I'm not really using anything very colorful on this. The other side is a little bit more colorful, but I wanted to keep it more neutral. And so that's cut at 1 1/2 by 4 inches. And there's a little bit of a diamond pattern on here, which I kind of liked. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue this panel right onto the front of my card. I'm just going to put this over here, like so. The next step in creating this card is I went to the Big Shot machine with the Autumn Accents die, and I have some sticker paper over the top just so you can better line up your scrap papers as you're running it through the Big Shot machine. But I ran through quite a few, so I want to make a few of these cards. And what I did is with my extra leaves, I just put them in a little baggie, and then I can store that right with the Designer Series paper, so I know that my colors in this little baggie with the leaves will just coordinate right away with that paper. That makes putting future cards together pretty quick. Here are my cutouts that I've chose to use, and I want to show you how I did. You know, if you live anywhere around oak trees, you know that the bottom of the acorn is kind of this nice Cajun color, and the top of the acorn is sort of this soft suede color. So to get just the cap of the acorn, I took my 1-inch circle punch, and I just inserted it into my 1-inch circle punch and punch it out, and there you have the cap of your acorn just like that. Really easy, and then you don't have to hand cut anything, which, you know, we're always looking to not hand cut things. So just a little bit of glue will hold the cap on quite nicely onto this acorn. Alright, so let's go ahead and put these leaves down. So again, I'm just going to use a little bit of glue on the back and set this down about right here. And then my acorn I'm going to put on with a dimensional, give that a little bit of height on my card. And so there's my dimensional, and I can just set that right like this. There, that part of the card is done. You can see how quick that went. The inside of my card, I'm just going to use a couple of little scrap leaves, and I'm just going to set those down. Maybe one like this, and one like this, just kind of layered here at the bottom left edge of the inside panel of my card. And so the inside panel is done. We'll just leave that blank. Then we're going to take just a piece of scrap white, and I've got my sentiment on a block G. I'm just going to color in the Hello with the Mossy Meadow marker, and the Blackberry Bliss marker, I'll do the Fall. And then all we have to do is turn that around, stamp it on scrap paper, and then using the large oval punch, I'll insert that, and once it's lined up, I'll just punch that right out. The next step is to take a scallop oval punch and punch out a scallop oval, and that's going to, this Hello Fall will layer perfectly on top of that. So I've got a little bit of snail. I'll just take this. Oh, I got a little bit of, I need to get myself a new punch, it looks like, or else just sharpen it up with some tin foil. I'm sure you've done that. I have a little bit of a ragged edge there. Okay, now this is going to go on our card right here, and I'm going to put that on with dimensionals again. Give that spot a little bit of height. The reason we went to Duluth yesterday was not only to look at leaves, but my youngest daughter is checking out colleges, so she was checking out St. Scholastica's in Duluth, which is a beautiful, beautiful college up there. Of course, there's so much to do in Duluth. I think sometimes kids go to college up there just to be in Duluth. It's just such a beautiful area. Then the next thing I'm going to do is taking some of our natural linen thread, which is over here. I am going to just tie a nice bow on this card. So I'm going to wrap it around twice. Okay. I'm leaving myself quite a bit of room just because I don't want to have to fumble around too much when I'm tying this for the video. If I were just doing this without a video playing, I would probably not worry so much. So here we go. So we've got this tied up, and then just make a nice big bow, and then you can tighten the bow up later to make it look the way you want it. So here we go, we're tightening it up, getting it just the way we want it to look, and then we can trim the ends like so. And then one thing I think is kind of fun to do is just to add a real nice accent to this card. I mean, the linen thread looks great by itself, but I have to show you these wooden elements that come in our holiday catalog. I love, now when I first saw them I didn't really get it, but I didn't understand the advantage of using these outline cutouts. I just thought, oh well, that's nice but kind of different. You know, I was immediately drawn to these, but not so much to these. Well, I have done a 180 on that. I absolutely love the cutouts now because it's so easy to tie them onto your card. So again, I'll just take a little bit of linen thread, and all you have to do is thread your cutout, and then you just tie it onto your card. And I love that about this. It's so cute. So we'll just go ahead and we're just going to tie a knot right over the top of that bow. Now you notice I didn't put this element on with the bow because that would have been too much stumbling around for me. That would have taken all day. So there we go. I just tied a little knot right on there, and then I can trim this nice and close, and it sort of looks like it was tied in with the bow right away. So you can see how awesome that looks. So here is the card we've just completed. Here is the card I had done in advance. You can see them both together here. And thank you so much for stopping by Stamping to Share. I truly appreciate you. I'm so glad you stopped by. If you would ever like to place an order for Stampin' Up! Products and don't currently have a demonstrator, I'd be happy to be yours. And my website is www.stampingtoshare.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.